Alright, so it's been a few weeks since the release of Season 1, and I wanted to make a little bit of video now that I've had enough time to play enough of Battlefield since Season 1, and a few changes and patches have happened, and just give my thoughts again on where the game's at, and just kind of an overview of what's happened since release to Season 1 to now, since the quite a big patch to fix some of the glitches, and obviously they've released a ton of things. So yeah, first of all, I want to talk kind of Season 1 overview. I think they have done an okay job with Season 1 in terms of they've polished a few things off right. We've had a few patches now. The most recent patch was actually after this game footage. I left this game footage in there because it was such a good game. We got such a good kill streak going. Didn't die for ages. I think we ended up losing it in the end, but we ended up with like about 70 odd kills. We have a ton of fun with the code, ton of fun in the IFV, yeah, we have a real good time, and we have such a good squad. And I honestly don't know how we lost this game, because as a whole squad, I think we got tons and tons of kills, and we were capping the points so quickly. But the last point, it just took for ages. So yeah, I thought I'd leave the full gameplay footage in here as I talk over everything. But the reason I mention that is because you'll see in this video that the glitch with the drone and sledgehammer is still active, as you'll see someone who's completely out of bounds, that you can only get there with the drone glitch, which I'm super happy they've fixed now. But I mean, how long has it taken them to fix that? I mean, that was found a couple of weeks after the game's launch, right? And we're here now, and it's only just been fixed. That goes for a ton of glitches in it, like the balloon with the ARs. They had it perfectly when the beta was released. Why couldn't they just revert it to that immediately? Like, surely that's an easy change. But yeah, they've since fixed a little bit of that. I've still noticed it's still not perfect in my eyes, but it's a lot better, and the hit reg is a lot better. But yeah, they're just taking so long to fix glitches, and that is just one of the reasons why, it's a pain to play sometimes, Battlefield. But ultimately, I still love the game. It's just stuff like that, they need to be on it real quick. I know Jack Frag's made a real good video talking about his thoughts on the game and stuff, and he mentioned how they're just a bit too slow to react sometimes, and they're aware of these glitches early on, so they should be fixing them early on, but they're not. But yeah, we're there now, we're getting there now with Season 1, finally in full force. But other things with Season 1, obviously they fetched in the Battle Pass. I hate how it's in segments, like you have to choose which bit you want to load at times. Like, I get what they're trying to do. I know I chose the section, so I unlocked the sniper straight away, because I knew that's the weapon I most wanted. And if I don't complete the Battle Pass, which hopefully I should, but if I don't, at least I've had the chance to get that. Although I'm sure there'll be some kind of challenge so you can lock it, otherwise that'd be hard if they lock it behind a paywall / a grinding wall. So I have no doubt there will be a challenge to unlock the gun, but I wanted to get it as quickly as possible in the Battle Pass. So it's kind of good that they do that, so you can unlock whichever you want, but why not just keep it in a linear, normal Battle Pass path? I do not know. And the UI is still horrific. The main menu on Battlefield is the worst that any Battlefield game has ever been. It's just a bit of an absolute mess to figure out, and the Battle Pass is the same. It's just all over the show. Like, I don't know what I'm looking at half the time. I don't know if I'm looking at the normal Battle Pass, if I'm looking at the pro version of the Battle Pass. There's another part of the Battle Pass to unlock. It's just mad. Everything seems so confusing and hard to understand. Personally, anyway, maybe people get it. I don't. I think it could be simplified a lot more. I've seen screenshots of people who've given ideas on how to change it, and they've done such a better job than what EA has done with the UI on the Battle Pass, or the UI in general, should I say. Also, with the Battle Pass, apart from the weapons, I mean, I ended up buying the Battle Pass, and I honestly don't know why. I think I was just used to buying Battle Passes for games. I was like, I'll just get this Battle Pass because it pays for the rest, right? You get enough coins, you just keep paying for it, you only buy for one, and then you bought them all. But realistically, when I look through the Battle Pass, I don't think, apart from the weapons, which are free to unlock, there is not a single thing that I look in there and go, yeah, that's what I want to spend my money on. It's just all crap. The skins are rubbish. Like, we all, nobody wants the Call of Duty-esque skins in this game, okay? But if they released more skins like the one that they did for the War Memorial Day, right, where it's got the US Army soldier or whatever, like, just release more skins like that, more realistic, lifelike skins, where, maybe you have you know, some British soldiers or something. You know, you could have the Americans, Canadians, all like different around the world soldiers or whatever, because it's meant to be NATO, one of the forces, right? You could have a ton of countries' skins, like red berets and stuff like that, that'd do really well, and they'd look authentic and with the game and stuff. And yeah, I don't know why they don't go more down that route. Instead, we've just got like horrific, weird, recolored versions of skins that we've already got in the game or whatever. Yeah, there's not hitting. And the weapon skins as well. Personally, I'm never a massive fan of weapon skins in Battlefield anyway, and I think the ones that are in there aren't great. I think just the normal standard look of the black weapon is probably the best looking skin in my opinion. I don't like all the camos that you can put on it. I just think, yeah, they're just not great. And yeah, I think that could be something that they improve on. So along with the battle pass, we also got the thingy oil fields. I can't remember what it's called, Baker oil fields or something like that. The oil field map, refinery map, and that map is awful. It is absolutely awful. That is probably one of the worst like maps they could release as one of their first standalone DLC maps kind of thing, and it's terrible. It's just awful. I mean, I mainly play Breakthrough, right? That's the main game mode that I play. I play a little bit of Conquest here and there because it's the traditional map, you know. I enjoy Conquest, but Breakthrough, whatever it's called, that is my favourite. I think it's really good game mode. Really enjoy it. It's like the better version of Rush, in my opinion. Yeah, I have a ton of fun playing that game, and on that map, the oilfield map, it is horrific, just so bad. The layout of that map, and it's bad in Conquest as well. Like, you know, you fly in a jet or any air vehicle, you just get shot down immediately because the map's too small. And yeah, on a bit, it's just so bad. Like the 3 stages, the first stage is just an absolute mess where you just kind of running into like amount of mortars in that game is ridiculous. I'm just not a fan of it at all. I think it's a real bad map. I know we've got the new map coming out. I think is it next week or the week after. Looks like kind of a American kind of countryside fighting, you know, like it looks pretty cool, to be fair. The other map that's coming out, maybe that'll play better. We'll see what happens with that. I've seen a bit of footage of it. It looks pretty cool. Again, though, I'm not 100% sold of it. I really think that the entirety of the maps that are fetched out, I struggle to find any that I like. I think this may be my favourite map of all the maps that they've got. I think it's Siege of Cairo this that I'm playing. This is my favourite map, I think, of all of them. All the rest just don't hit. They're just not good. They're just not Battlefield maps, in my opinion. I'd love to see them just bring out 6 or 7, maybe even up to 10, just maps that stretch from all the Battlefields. From Battlefield, like 1942, you could even do that, really. Personally, I think you go from like Battlefield 2, I think that's when they started really nailing the maps. But if you go from Battlefield 2, chuck a couple of striker car cans in there, maybe Gulf of Oman, something like that. Then you maybe get some from Bad Company 2, take a few from Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, you know, like to see maybe Metro make a return, maybe get Hurt Locker in there, or Operation Locker, whatever it was called. Get them in there as well, just to feed the people that want an absolute chaotic time and fighting for kills. And I think they play really well with the new game modes as well. I'd love to see one of the Battlefield 1 maps in there as well. I think the original like launch trailer map, I can't know what it's called now, but it has such a good setting. It's like an old French village. Get that in here as well with the new engine. That'd look so cool. Yeah, I think they shouldn't be scared about releasing maps that they know work well and know look good. Bring them back into the game, and I just think you'll just improve the player database so much, like the happiness of the players that are playing it. I think it'd be, yeah, so much better for the game. So yeah, if I was them, I wouldn't shy away from bringing back old maps. I'd just get them all in there and do it. That's what people want. People love playing them kind of maps. Get them back on the game. And then finally, with the kind of Season 1 overview, I want to talk about the weapons that they've introduced. So we got a new pistol, which is basically like a Glock. That seems pretty good, like nice fire rate, pretty good damage. All the pistols, in my opinion, are all relatively similar. I think the revolver is still probably the best one, but yeah, quite like using the Glock. Used it a little bit with my sniper class. Feels pretty good. But yeah, ultimately, you know, like I said, sidearms are kind of any kind of preference. There's no real biggie on choosing one specific one. So yeah, it's decently nice to have. The SMG I've used a little bit, seems pretty decent. Like most SMGs in the game, I think that's still like the best class that you can have as SMG. They seem to be really powerful still. And yeah, that one seems no different than others. Seems still pretty decent, a bit more like the MP5, I feel like. And then finally the sniper, the Mini Scout, I think it's called. That, in my opinion, is the best sniper on the game in terms of just being able to use it. The noise that it makes and stuff is so cool. Like, I really enjoy that sniper. I even like running around with it as like a bit of a close range weapon with a little 4x on and just doing a bit of close range sniping. I've got been using it tons. I've got a video to drop where I go a bit crazy with that gun, and yeah, really excited to get that out. But yeah, I really enjoyed that gun. I think it's by far, technically it's not the best sniper, but in my opinion, it's definitely the best sniper to use in the game. So fun to use. So also within Season 1, we also got the Battle Royale RedSec. I haven't actually played a single second of RedSec. I didn't buy Battlefield to play Battle Royale. You know, I'm kind of done and burnt out with Battle Royales now, and I feel like most people are as well. Like, from what I've seen, especially on like views and stuff on Twitch and stuff, are a lot down on kind of any Battle Royale game mode. I mean, I've played Apex for I think about 4 years now, almost solidly, before like I took a break. Well, I say took a break, I've uninstalled the game now. And I played so much Battle Royale, so much Apex, that I'm done with that. I've played my fair share of it now. It's not something that I crave for anymore. You know, it was a great time when Battle Royales were all the rage, but for me, it's kind of done. And like I say, I bought Battlefield just so I could chill out and just play a nice multiplayer game where I can sit back in a chair and relax and not have to stress about, you know, clutching a win or anything like that. So yeah, I've stayed away from RedSec. I've seen a bit of footage of it. To me, it looks fairly disappointing. The map looks quite bland. Reminds me a lot of Warzone. Again, I played a ton of Warzone, so I don't want to be playing any more games like that. I think, you know, there's a couple of bits that I did see that look pretty good, is where you kind of level up the system, level up the weapons as you go along, and kind of turn it, you know, you can upgrade it with attaching sights and stuff, and it goes from like a, I don't know what, a grey weapon up into a purple weapon and stuff like that. I think they should have kept that and just sacked off the loadouts. I don't think a loadout should have been a thing. That's a Warzone thing. Leave them. They've nailed that. You know, Battlefield, do something different. But yeah, I've not touched it. Like I say, I've seen a ton of footage on it, and it just doesn't excite me. It's not for me. I probably might touch it at some point, get a quick game or something, but until then, yeah, I'm just not bothered. And to be honest, you know, I don't think I ever will be in playing that game. Another point I want to talk about is the weapon balances. Because I know they're still kind of working on weapon balances and stuff like that. And ARs, for me, still feel pretty weak, in my opinion. They just still getting like outgunned by all different classes. I mean, close range, SMG is going to win all time, so okay, you know, the AR is going to lose against that. But like that mid to long range, you're thinking this is where the AR comes into its own. But actually, LMGs are better than ARs, I've found. The amount of times I just get absolutely destroyed by an LMG when I've got, you know, a really top, you know, classed out L85 or something, and I'm still getting like destroyed. I don't know if it's still like the issue with kind of bloom and stuff like that. I don't know what it is, but it just doesn't feel like, yeah, they still feel pretty weak. And I'd love to see them kind of give them a bit of a buff, or just revert them back to the beta changes that are miles better. Yeah, and carbines are still like kind of better than ARs. I'd love to see a bit of a buff come in there. I mean, I've been trying to use all the ARs recently and just kind of get them all to level 50, or at least to a point where I can then grind them out to level 50. And I think the last one I used was that AK like 3 something. It's basically the G3, I think, in real life. That gun is so bad, so bad in this game that I had to take it off. And then I was using like the TAR 27, I think it is, or something like that. And that gun, okay, fair enough, it's meant to be a close range assault rifle, but the recoil on it is insane. I mean, even when I had it like kitted out to like minimize it as much as possible, if you're not shoving that gun into the throat of the person that you're shooting, it will, like, honestly, it is. I mean, it could just pop up on the screen then, me unlocking it. It's so bad at range. Yeah, at close range, to be fair, it's pretty decent, but like the mag size isn't good enough that you can use it. Like, there's no reason to use that over an SMG, basically. So yeah, weird gun. I think, you know, that needs changing. And same with a lot of that kind of the ARs. I think they're all kind of weird to use. The Cord, in my opinion, is still the best AR. Like, it's barely got any recoil. the damage is pretty good off the back of it. If you get a quick mag on it, you can just gun people down so quickly. And in Battlefield's normally been pretty good at just having quite a good balance and being able to choose, you know, whatever gun you want and it being good. And I don't feel like that's the case in Battlefield 6. I feel like some guns are miles better than others, and there's just, yeah, the balancing is just a little bit of an issue for me. And like I say, LMGs, like, I don't know what they've done with them, but they've seemed really good. Like, I've been hit-fired and killed quicker with them, and I feel like an AR should better hit-fire, like, close range than an LMG, but apparently not on this. Like, the RPK, just, I know that's a bit broken. That has absolutely guns me down all the time, so yeah, I'd like to see some changes and buffs to certain weapons for sure. The final bit I want to talk about is Portal and challenges. So first of all, with Portal, that is such a, like, it has the ability to do something so special with Portal, like giving people the tools to do whatever they want with the game. You can create whatever map you kind of want to make. You can make any game mode you want to make. It's crazy. Some of the stuff that's out there to play is so good. But taking away XP from those games is just, like, so stupid, because it's just going to stop people wanting to play it. Because if you're not getting XP, then what's the point of kind of doing it? Like, you at least want some kind of reward from, you know, playing these maps that people have created. And I understand why they've done it, right? It's to try and solve the issue with bot lobbies. But, like, it's just, the way they've done it, of taking it away from everything, is just not the way. And yeah, I think they should be able to put something in place where bots only spawn in, or you only get XP if you join like a public lobby or something, and then bots only spawn in after so long or something like that to kind of reduce. Or they could just, I don't know, manually have something in to stop bot lobbies or something. I don't know what the solution is, but they're kind of killing Portal because of what they've done with the bot issue. So yeah, they really need to fix that. They need to start giving us back that XP and stuff, and make us want to play the Portal game modes, because like I say, there's so many good ideas out there and so many good things that are being built that it's a shame that they are yeah, it's not being utilised as much as it should do, because it's a real standout feature from Battlefield Portal. It's so good, but yeah, it's such a shame that, you know, what it's come to with the bot lobbies and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope they find a way to fix that. And then finally, I want to talk about challenges, alright, because challenges, don't get me wrong, it was one of the main reasons why bot lobbies were made, right, is because challenges were so hard to complete, like, especially some of them. And this might be controversial, but I think challenges should be hard. I mean, granted, locking weapons and gadgets behind challenges is stupid. That shouldn't have been done. Okay, the fact that the last sniper to unlock was locked behind the 200-meter challenge where you had to kill, I think it was at one point 200 people, then they reduced it to 150. I actually did it when it was 150, and then they reduced it again. I can't remember what it was after the last reduction, but it was like 20 or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but it was really easy to get. And that's a shame, because, you know, I did it the hard way. Fair enough. And like I said, the weapon shouldn't be locked behind that. It should have been the class badge or something, right? You know, that's locked behind that. You know, some kind of cosmetic thing, not something that is, you know, detrimental to the game or anything like that. And yeah, the way they went about it is wrong. Like I say, they should have just reworked them a little bit so that you got the weapons like free of unlock or something, or you got them after the first challenge, and the first challenge is really easy. But then make the rest of the challenges harder, but just make it cosmetic things, because, you know, it gives you something to grind out, you know, it gives you something to work for. And, you know, like I say, unlocking something like the last badge in, you know, the medic class or whatever, so you get that little red badge that you can put on your, you know, like your little calling card thing. That should be something that is just really hard to achieve. But now they've made it so that everything's really easy to achieve. Like, there's not a single challenge that's that hard. And the hard challenges, there's easy ways to get around them, which I will make a video on, especially the medic flame, I can't remember what it's called, like the ignite, like grenade launch thing, because that was so hard to complete. But I found a really easy way to do it. I'll make a video on it. But yeah, challenges should be harder. They shouldn't have nerfed them. They should have just moved how you unlock the weapons or gear. That should have just been really early on, really easy, and then the rest challenges are super, super hard like they should have been. So yeah, a bit annoyed and kind of peeved that they changed that, but whatever. They've made it easier now and everyone's got the stuff, so that's fine, I guess. But yeah, ultimately that's kind of my rundown of kind of Season 1 and how it's going. The next few videos won't be about like the state of Battlefield or anything like that. Next few videos that I'm going to make are just going to be videos that I want to make, like, you know, what my favourite AR is or best LMG and stuff like that. Just because I've got some good footage with certain weapons that I really, really enjoy using, like the sniper, the mini scout. So yeah, they'll like be the next kind of videos. I'm also going to make a couple of shorts, like I say, on how to complete some of the challenges that are quite hard, because I've got such a good tip as well for the 200-meter sniper one, especially one where you've got to get, I think it's 3 in 1 life. It's such an easy way to do that, and I'll drop that video soon. But until then, I'll let this game play out. I think we're on about 50 kills. I think, like I said, I think we ended up at about 70 or something like that. Really good game, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Need a medic!